Welcome to Absolutely Cinema, where we determine if something is a movie, or if it's film, or if it's cinema.
I don't know the difference, but you'll tell me.
So the difference, a movie is a generally enjoyable or unenjoyable romp that has moving pictures. Okay, can we agree? A movie is something that just has moving pictures.
Sure.
And sound and stuff. Cool. A film is specifically shot on film.
But it's also a movie.
It can be a movie, right? But it has to be specifically shot on film.
Okay.
Do you understand? And then absolutely cinema. That's absolutely cinema. When a movie impacts you because it's so cool. When it's cool as hell. That's absolutely cinema. Yeah. Can we agree?
I can agree.
Excellent. Our subject is one that I always told you had to watch over and over. I kept saying you had to watch it.
It was good.
Hey, don't get into it too much. What are we watching?
We're watching Interstellar.
Yo. Very exciting stuff. Interstellar was directed by Christopher Nolan. Stars Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway. Hey, they have similar names. McConaughey, Hathaway. Never thought of that before.
It's just easier for the director to remember.
Nah, you're crazy, right?
No.
The guy from Third Rock from the Sun was in it. The guy from that 70s show was in it.
Yeah, Eric Foreman.
You know, who cares? I'm Dr. Pee-Pee. I'm Dr. Pee-Pee.
Casey Affleck was in it. I forgot Casey Affleck was in it. Michael Caine was in it. It's crazy how many people are in it. You could call it a classic ensemble cast, which you don't see every day anymore.
No, you don't.
Who's going to pop up next, right?
Hey, enemy!
There's even some like random cameos that we're not going to spoil that make no sense.
Which I can't remember.
Hours into the movie, so don't spoil.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Everybody who I named so far, I don't think counts as a cameo. Maybe Topher Grace.
Was he a cameo?
He was only in a couple scenes.
Was he really? Considered him to have a decent part in the movie.
Nah, it's the story of one man's journey from pilot to farmer to astronaut through time and space, trying to save humanity from our dead planet, which we have sapped all of its resources. So, movie?
Most of.
Film, or absolutely cinema. Go.
Cinema, in my opinion. It makes you think about a lot of things. And it's also pretty entertaining the whole way through.
Did it make you feel anything? Were you fighting back tears of sadness, joy, and the will to fight against any and all impossible odds?
I don't think I was feeling anything like that.
I feel like that's a prerequisite towards cinema.
Well, is it?
Did it leave you with lingering questions, but with a desire to know more about the world and lore created around the planet? The galaxy, and the family? Or did it leave you questioning plot holes and consistencies, and, you know, whether or not love is actually a magical plot device or a measurable, quantifiable force in the universe? Go.
Okay, that's a lot. I don't think love is a quantifiable force. It's chemicals in your brain. So I guess it would be kind of quantifiable, really, when you think about it.
Are we gonna get into spoilers?
Should we?
I guess we could. Here's what I'll get into for love. Love is not necessarily a measurable force in the movie. It's more so what his brain uses to find places in time and space. So using the memories and love can cling to those specific moments he has to find. I think.
It's easier to remember certain points in time when you can feel a strong emotional connection.
So I don't think love saves the day or anything like that, but it helped.
Yeah.
Maybe. In some capacity.
It helps, I guess. In a way, it does affect the way you think.
I don't necessarily like that it's kind of thrown in late into the movie as a bit of a plot device, but it's still kind of exciting. It's interesting.
It is.
Starting from the beginning of the movie, I do kind of think that the Earth is going to turn into like this horrific dust bowl one day, but I don't think it's going to be from like crop diseases or anything like that, the way that this movie is, because they're like, oh, we lost bananas and then we lost this and that and all we have left is corn. I don't think we'll get to that point because war would have broken out by this time. So we wouldn't have gotten to the point of there only being one crop left. Like everything would have just been turned into a dust bowl that way.
Dude, you're right. You're right. The rest of the world, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Everyone's like going to school still and being like, you're going to be a farmer when you grow up.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it wouldn't be that organized, but somehow it was.
But I do think that we might, if that were the case, end up spacefaring. Some people go to Mars, some people go to other planets, and we create new colonies kind of as these like nations, and they'd all be at like different technological prowess because they don't talk to each other because they're like, screw those guys on Mars. I don't like them.
Did you cry? Did you cry?
I did not cry.
Did you want to?
From the movie. No.
Did you almost cry?
No.
There's a scene that always gets me, and I didn't cry this time, but I had to really fight it off. It's not the end.
Really?
It's when they spend too much time in the black hole and like 20 plus years goes by and he's reading all the messages his family sent without him ever sending a message back. And they're just aging 20 years and it's going from happy messages to horrible messages. Very sad scene. And his performance there is crazy. So that one always gets me.
It's pretty good, yeah. So like that whole thing with that black hole planet with like the time dilation and stuff, horrible decision. The chance of losing even 1 or 2 years off of this expedition is like critical. Why would you do that? They lost decades off of it because they made a single mistake and they lost a person. It almost feels like they were just trying to get rid of this guy because they didn't want to write any more stuff for him.
I have a thought. I feel like we were already being told by the characters in the film that the wormhole that showed up next to like Saturn or Jupiter or whatever was put there. They are under the impression that somebody wants them to look at that system. Okay, so with that in mind, they're going to look at the fact that there's 3 planets that all fit the magic marker that can hold life. Ooh, okay. Are we going to talk about quantum immortality?
I don't know. You're jumping all over the place and we're not like going through the actual movie.
Are we going to talk about it?
Like,
well, no, we're not going to slowly go through the movie.
The end and stuff, right?
We're not going to slowly go through the movie. We're just kind of talking about the movie. We're just having a chat.
Okay.
Right? And then I read over on the Twitch chat, I believe the implication is that it is humans from the future. And at the same time, I kind of feel like you could throw some quantum immortality into that.
He's not immortal. I'd just call it like a time paradox.
Do you know what quantum immortality is? In my definition of it.
Kind of.
There's parallel worlds, right? There's infinite or whatever parallel worlds.
Mm-hmm.
You follow?
Yeah.
Let's say you get hit by a car, okay? And your life ends. Your consciousness supposedly moves to a reality where you survive for whatever reason. The idea is that eventually you're going to get to a point where it's so outlandish, the things that have to happen for you to survive, that like getting sucked into a black hole ain't that preposterous if it's one of the last ones.
I guess you're right.
Do you get it?
But that's also, yeah, but that's also the thing of like, what happens when you get to like the end of your life and you're just old? Do you just keep going and then you're just like 180 in some weird universe where people can't die?
And like you're alone and isolated and you're just like a brain or whatever. Just thinking
more questions about quantum
that's why
immortality
scientists are kind of horrified by it.
I wouldn't want that. That's scary.
It's interesting because of quantum immortality. One of his versions had to survive the black hole, right?
I guess you're right, yeah.
I did it. I linked quantum immortality into a conversation after talking about it for no reason for the last week.
Yeah, you did.
I wasn't even planning it.
The one thing that makes me so mad about the movie is that guy that like got sucked into like the tidal wave. So mad about that. Why were you out there so long? Like the robot had to go and save somebody else and then come back, and he was just like, oh, don't worry, I'll just hold this door for you. Oh!
He stood at the door looking out the door at what was going on.
Just go inside. You're there for like 5 minutes. Just go in the door. I just had to say that because it's like, you're a scientist. You could do better than that. You're smarter than this.
It was more than that. There were quite a few scenes like that in the movie. On a rewatch, you notice a little more because on a rewatch, you're not really feeling it as much as you did the first time. You know, the score's not like sucking the air out of your lungs. I find it to be a very suspenseful movie in a lot of aspects. There's some scenes in space where they've got to do some crazy like docking maneuvers and stuff. It's just so intense. There aren't so many movies that just feel intense like that give you that 2001 A Space Odyssey feel, the wonder of what you're looking at.
I'd say the one thing that actually does kind of scare me would be real life going to space.
I would love to do it.
Because you have like this less than 1 centimeter thick wall protecting you in some places from like the vacuum of space. And it's like, that's just a terrifying thought.
I would do it. Sometime in the next 40 years, mark me on this, sometime in the next 40 years, I'm going to space and I'm interviewing Macaulay Culkin.
In space.
Oh, dude, if I could interview Macaulay Culkin in space, God, that's a new dream.
Okay.
But hopefully I can interview him before space because I can't afford to go to space right now.
Who can, really?
I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. Do you know why I'm going to make it happen?
What?
because you were so terrified that I might actually do it.
You go to space? I'd be okay with that.
You are so terrified that I might actually get Macaulay Culkin for an interview.
Oh, that. Yeah. See, I'd rather go to space than interview Macaulay Culkin because it'd be like, oh, that's so much pressure.
Right? It's stupid, but
it's such a weird thought to think of.
It's not a non-chance.
It could happen.
I'm going to make it happen.
You could have a message waiting for you right now.
I don't think so.
The Culkin tracker.
The audacity of this request is through the roof.
It's pretty funny, though.
You got to shoot your shots. You got to shoot your shots.
If you don't.
But I would also agree, by the way. I'm going to agree with you. I think that the movie is absolutely cinema because it actually makes me feel something. All right?
I'd say it's 4.6 pennies.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad. I can get behind that. I'd give it 5 out of 5 pennies.
There's a couple plot holes and whatever, and obviously it's like a...
Nah, I don't care.
Like
I would
a
have
time paradox.
I would have
It's still a really good movie.
That's the thing, right? Plot holes and inconsistencies are going to happen in art because we're very inquisitive people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if the movie can still make you feel something, that's the win.
Yeah, and it still holds up after... How old is it? It's from...
I should have got the year on that.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's at least 10 years old. Well, they spent a lot of money on that CGI and made it look good. They actually kind of cared. But that's when you have like a... This is going to sound real snooty, okay? But when you have like an auteur... Yeah. An auteur kind of director. Christopher Nolan, his name is on it. He gets to control everything. The studio doesn't really get to come in and say, no, your black hole is going to look like Barney the dinosaur. And as an auteur, he probably controlled the CGI and had the ability to take his time.
Yep.
I think that was after the Dark Knight series, right? Or was it after Inception? I'm going to say it was after Inception. So he had a lot of like clout to do whatever he wanted, which means good CGI. All right. So you gave it 5.6 pennies. I gave it 5 pennies out of 5. I think it's great. I don't care about the plot holes and inconsistencies because I enjoyed it. It made me feel something. It made me think enough to do a thing on here to talk about it.